Good Sunday morning to you and welcome into Weekend Recharge. I'm LaRosa.
And I'm Paul Goodlow. Well, some very dangerous days ahead for a big chunk of the middle of this country. Of torcons as high as 4 today in areas of Nebraska as well as Kansas.
All right, so we mention events because everyone's got plans and we want everyone to think about those plans. Where are you going to be in the case maybe you get a warning? So we start with Minneapolis and Beyonce in town. We have showers late tonight, hit and miss thunderstorms tomorrow, but also into Monday night. So we're talking about those rounds of severe weather.
Yeah, and same thing here in Kansas City, looking for more thunderstorms coming in as we head throughout this afternoon. Then some more clouds tonight, so your best chance of hit and miss storms will be early in the afternoon today, and then just more of a cloudy event as later on this afternoon.
And Dr. Postel was sort of talking about the winds, what they're doing at the higher levels, and that's really key even as we get into Tuesday, right? So we have the jet stream, it's splitting, and when you have it split high up, it's got to replace that air that it's vacating somewhere, and that's from the surface, and so you get rising air.
Yeah, low pressure at the surface driving these storms here on the dimension. We have a big contrast in moisture. Again, people think, oh, severe weather is just, you know, cold air clashing with warm. It's not just that. It's also dry air clashing with moist air coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, our dry line here, and that's really going to kick off thunderstorms today for the next several days.
So we have a look at the surface. High up in between, you have this low-level jet stream, and that's another basic current of fast-moving air, and it's from a different direction, so that allows some of that turning. Those big thunderstorms get really big. So by Tuesday, it's Minneapolis all the way down to Dallas, including Oklahoma City and Kansas City again by Tuesday.
Again, this is Sunday, so again, 2 days from now, we still have torcons up already. 4 here in north central Texas, Oklahoma, into areas of eastern Kansas, eastern Nebraska. 3, meaning a 30% chance of seeing tornadoes as we head on towards Tuesday with this in this area.
So stormy here, gloomy in the east. We're going to show you the impact. Not so happy, the inhabitants of Happy Valley, because I think you're ready for the sun, you're ready for some warmth. We have both, but it's going to take a little bit longer. So you look at the water vapor imagery, and a lot to look at here, but there's the spin of the low. Look at this dip right here. You've got some cooler air coming in. National Weather Service out of Boston mentioning so long the warm conveyor belt, hello cold conveyor belt. Those are all parts of an area of low pressure here. So you were out ahead of it, relatively warm, now behind it, and you've got steady rain in through central Pennsylvania, so you're right along the PA Turnpike, I-80, the Massachusetts Pike, all kind of gray and wet. So it's going to stay wet and gloomy. One reason, of course, that upper level low, we have a bit of a blocking here, so it's taking its time getting kicked out. And what that means, as you look hour after hour, it's either clouds, it's either rain, both at times here through this afternoon, but not a complete washout. We'll spin it that way. So if you have any graduation parties or brunches, that's going to be the case. But obviously with the clouds and the rain, temperatures are going to be held down a bit. So what's next? Well, we have that upper level low, and you can see through early part of the week that essentially stays there, and it's going to get cut off. So that doesn't allow it to get kicked out all that quickly. And so you even have pretty much the same forecast for tomorrow. Showers continuing in D.C. Sorry, D.C. Richmond, Scranton, over towards Roanoke and the Outer Banks. We see even on into Tuesday, back up in through the Hudson Valley, the Green and White Mountains, on up into Portland. Showers continuing there, also into New York. But look at Boston. Cloudy today, cloudy tomorrow. Rain showers tomorrow night, maybe even some thunderstorms here on Tuesday. Notice those temperatures into the 60s. This is all leading up to, of course, the holiday weekend, which is just around the corner. So we'll talk about how temperatures could be rebounding in time for that. Paul?
We also talked about the rain yesterday interrupting some sporting events. Also